I am going to give a presentation about the historical perspective of the Constitution of India. Let's see the introduction. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of India. The document lays down the framework democrating the fundamental political code, structure, procedures, powers, duties, etc. It is the longest written constitution in the world. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee, is widely considered to be the chief architect of this. This is a picture of the Constitution of India draft. Let's see the history behind its making. At the end of the 19th century, the country demanded to be involved in government and put an end to the torture and oppression. Thanks to the role played by India in supporting in World War I, the supreme legislative body of the United Kingdom, the British Parliament introduced the Government of India Act 1919, which received a royal approval on December 23 as the same year. The Government of India Act 1919. This act leads to a diarchy, the dual form of governance in some large provinces. A few areas of governance like health, education, agriculture and supervisions of local government were handed over to the set of Indian ministers who reported to the provincial council. However, the military, defense, foreign affairs and communications were under the direct control of the Viceroy. It was promised that the act would be reviewed after the 10 years by a special commission. The review of the act. The Simon Commission arrived in India in 1928. The Simon Commission looked at the constitution reforms and reviewed the Government of India Act 1919. The Simon report was published in 2 volumes in 1930, which was the not final following a constitutional deadlock. To free the constitution of this deadlock, 3 sessions of the round table conference were held in 1930, 1931 and 1932. The conference was also attended by the representatives of the several Indian communities. White papers. The British India made their own reporting draft on white papers based on the outputs of these round table sessions. A committee that had 20 representatives from British India and 7 Indians worked on the white papers from April 1933 to April 1934 and submitted its reports to the British Parliament by the end of the year. A bill was passed in February 1935, which received a royal approval on July 24 the same year. It officially came into enforcement in April 1, 1935 and was named as Government of India Act 1935. After the independence, Dr. Ambedkar came into rescue mission. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was appointed to the head of the drafting committee on August 28, 1947 with one objective, the permanent of a draft. Organized the constitution for India. The committee went back to its root and referred to the Government of India Act 1935. 141 days into working on it, a draft of the constitution was submitted to the assembly on November 4, 1947. The 5 basic lines of the principles the committee confined itself to the country being a republican state, a parliamentary form of government, a federal structure, fundamental rights and an independent judicial branch. Finally, the permanent draft made. Assembly session took place nearly 166 days for a period of 2 years that are also open to the public. After the leotro of a discussion, amendments and hard works on January 24, 1950, 616 signatures were made by the 308 members of the assembly on the 2 hand-written copies in English and Hindi of the final draft of the Constitution of India. After the 2 days, on January 26, 1950, the longest written constitution of the world that incorporated with the 448 articles in 12 parts and 12 schedules and 97 amendments were validated and found effect across every corner of the country. Finally, the Republic Day celebration. Then the President of Indonesia, Sukarno, was the first guest of honor in India for the Republic Day celebration in 1950. On this day, the original handwritten copies of the Constitution are kept in helium-filled cases in the library of the Parliament House. In the celebration till today, it lasts for nearly 3 days. End with beating the retreat, a military ceremony held on January 29 every year. It was first started in 1950s by the Major Robert of the Indian Army. The evening ends with the hymn Abide with Me, which was the Mahatma Gandhi's favorite. So long as you do not achieve social liberty, whatever freedom is provided by the law is no avail to you. And the history becomes historical. Thank you.